welcome back to our channel, Star Revelations. This is video 3 of a series of videos, and it's on the Twin Flame Journey of Hearts Oracle cards.
Awesome. Okay, well, this is the thing. When I was channeling the other day, I was channeling titles for our last few videos. And so the last title that came through was Bless This Mess We Make of Our Lives, because then we can be here cleaning it all up now. And then I received, that just means to go through what you've already been through and to like clean it up. Is to be taking on who you are now, being, doing, becoming as here, and then expanding and ascending from there. Because only then will you all ever know and just how to play the game of life here successfully. So then they added this. They said, so let's talk about all of that tomorrow. And just how the two of you have learned to play the game of life more successfully than you were or have been here. Anything to add on that?
Well, I guess that's why we didn't even know, and both of us earlier today were re-watching the, well, it's an audio book, but of the Florence Scovelshire book, The Game of Life. That's really a good read or listen as an audiobook too. Definitely recommend checking that out. But yeah, she has a lot of good information. That was one from 1925.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. A lot of good information on how to like live the life of your dreams, really all that kind of stuff too. Same thing, and I'm getting a lot out of it. I can't really think of any specifics at the moment, but just a lot of different ways. I guess something that's huge is the spoken word. That's something that she's getting more into as well, the power of the spoken word and how important it is to really kind of watch what we're saying, because what we are putting out is coming back to us. And I think almost too, did she say, like, what we're putting out is coming back to us tenfold as well, even more so?
Yeah, it can be up to tenfold for sure. So it really is about being the watcher of your thoughts, because only when you're the watcher of your thoughts do you come to the awareness of what you're thinking. And so then only can you then change your thinking process to be of one that works for you instead of working against you. Because until you have that awareness that you're actually thinking thoughts that are creating a life that you maybe don't want to be living, you know, how do you change that? Because you're not even aware of it. So become a watcher of those thoughts that you're thinking. So that's a one key thing. And all of those materials I love, because I find I've been channeling the creation series of materials for 17 years now, and I find that there's so much, it relates to just so much of the creation series of materials. So it really resonates from within me as what the truths are, the divine truths are. Like, I think of it now as like divine mind, like that we connect to divine mind, which is one with us. And then we get these higher knowings, beings, doings from there kind of thing. So yeah, I've been really enjoying the materials as well. So
yeah, a lot of the spiritual leaders and teachers like seem to have a lot of similar teachings, even going back from 1925 or probably even before then too. So it's just really cool to see it come up forward in 2022 as well, and continuing on into the future. So, and it all is relating and making sense the same way that it would have so long ago in the past. And that's really cool to think about too, because if you look at like 1925 to now, all the things that have changed is like so drastic. Basically everything in the entire world has changed, but the way that the world or the game of life should be played has always stayed the same and stayed genuine to the very beginning. So that's really cool.
Exactly. And in some of the cards, I know that that's how we got on the game of life, is because some of the cards were mentioning, and some of the extended readings of the cards mentioned the game of life. And so that really got us watching and listening to the game of life. Yeah. And so, yeah, there's just so much of it that relates to now. Like it's like you said, the game of life hasn't changed.
No.
There's a few things that are like a little bit, we were talking this morning about how she talks about visioning and we talk about visualization, but we talk about visualization as already manifested. So to see yourself as already living that stuff, which is what she calls visioning.
Exactly.
So it's kind of cool how it's the same thing, but she used a little bit different language for that at that time.
Yes,
So,
exactly. It's
I thought
really,
that was really cool. I was trying to think of, like, when they were saying to me, how did they say, like, how the two of you have learned to play the game of life more successfully than you have been. I thought, OMG, like, how do I even start to count the ways that my life has changed because of these materials, because of learning how to play the game of life over the past 17 years? I mean, what hasn't changed in my life?
Yeah.
You know, I was just watching again The Shift by Wayne Dyer last night, and I've watched that numerous times. And I was writing down, as I was watching it, I was writing down different, different themes that were coming forward for me as I was watching that I have learned through this whole process. In fact, I wrote down a lot of the stuff, you know, that
you have to, really. I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, there's so much to it that to try to just come up with all of it off the top of your head is really not very easy to do. So.
It's just mind-blowing, the expansion that has come from where I was to where I am now. It's just...
Yes,
it's mind-blowing. Even yourself, the expansion that from where you were to who you are now is just, absolutely, it's huge.
Yeah, more understandings, deeper understandings of things like the visualizing or visualizations, or like things that are coming, like earlier too, we were talking about the boomerang thing and how that's a good visual for like what you're putting out there is coming back to you as well. Yeah. So there's just like you said, so many things. Yes. Yeah. So you go for it and read some, because I know it's impossible to just keep it on the top of your head if you want to.
I mean, I just to even start to. I mean, I had wrote even before then. I had sat down that night when they mentioned that. I sat down that night and I just started writing. We're energetic attractors, manifestors, according to whom we are being. To visualize success as wishes as already manifested, and to feel the feelings of this puts throttle on it. Like a gas pedal on a vehicle puts speed on a car to reach its destination. Success manifestations of. Like I just started just writing. Repetition, hypnosis are key to reprogramming for success. By going within and listening, getting guided actions makes everything easier to manifest in life, because we are then led to the life of our dreams here. Like it just kept coming and coming. The divine has our backs if and when we go within and to ask for their help. Like there was just so much. And then watching that video, then I got so much more. I was like, I wrote down as I was going through it, I give thanks continuously, which brings me more to be thankful for. One step at a time, and you start to live a different perspective. Like union with God is union with divine mind, as we were saying before. Yeah. Low points in our life many times are just springboards for just something so much better in our lives to come forward.
That's a really good one for sure.
It just came and came and came, you know. And so that's the thing of it, I guess, to bring it all forward is like, I was trying to think, okay, so what are the certain specific things that I went through that, you know, it's hard to really bring up every certain specific time that this changed and that changed in my life, because it's been such a gigantic leap change, like an expansion that I had no idea was even possible for my life.
It's a process, just like you would say, for sure. And I guess that's kind of why we came to make this channel, right? Is because we were really excited and wanting to share these revelations that we were receiving and having, and these deeper knowings, and share that out with everyone, so that if there's anything that everyone else can benefit from that, then why not, right? So that was kind of the creation of this channel.
That's right. That's right. And to know that, you know what, anything that they take on, this is the expansion process that they guide themselves into, that they expand and ascend up and on into, because the expansion process is really the ascension process. So
exactly.
You know, and then we all go within for it. We all go within for our own answers and how to be and to do that. Take the steppings in, all that.
I think you're
Take your own bull by the horns.
You're jumping into some stuff that's got relating to, I think, some of the cards that we're going to go over today as well.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Right? Stay tuned in, because we'll be jumping into part 2 on our next video.